I'm going Vegas on this one. I know that the Bills and the Chiefs both have the same odds of winning the Super Bowl, so I'm putting 2 chips on Patrick Mahomes and 2 chips on Josh Allen because that AFC Championship game was wild. I really think that they were the 2 best teams. No offense to the Bengals, they were a solid run this year, but man, those 2 teams were just awesome this year. So I think that they are the class of the AFC. Again, not taking anything away from the Bengals this year. I think they're going to have a tough time getting back this year with the first place schedule. And Burrow limping around again, who knows? But I think it's going to be tough sledding for the Bengals to get back. But the Bills have experience. The Chiefs obviously have experience. So I'm giving 2 chips to Mahomes and 2 chips to Josh Allen.
I had 2 and 2, and then, or no. Yeah, I took somebody off and I gave half a chip to Patrick Mahomes. I had another guy with half a chip and I was like, no, actually, I don't want to give him any. So I gave Mahomes an extra half chip. I'm giving him 2.5. I'm giving Allen 2. Like, I think those 2 guys have to be 1 and 2. I think they could not only be the class of the AFC, but the class of the NFL. I mean, I think the Bills may have been the best team in the NFL this year, and they didn't even get to the Super Bowl. That's how people say, the best team always wins. I'm like, not necessarily. Like, could the Rams have been the best team? Possibly. They were stacked. But in terms of the AFC, the Bengals weren't the best team in the AFC. On paper and just on the field, they weren't the best. There's luck involved in winning the Super Bowl or getting there at least. There is misfortune on other teams' part. Like, that's not to take away from what they did, but Buffalo is very, very, very legit. And the Chiefs are mostly legit. I think they're going to clean a little bit of house heading into next season. I have 2.5 for Mahomes out of my 10 and 2 for Josh Allen.
One thing I'm a little bit nervous about for Josh Allen is I don't know if they've assigned a new offensive coordinator or not for the Bills, but he lost his offensive coordinator to the New York Giants. So that will be something interesting to look at. Of course, with Mahomes, we don't know for sure what's going on with his offensive coordinator, but it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens with those 2 in their offensive coordinator. Of course, Mahomes is getting a new quarterbacks coach as well. So it'll be different, but I still think they're the top of the AFC.
Yeah. And I believe the Bills, was it Ken Dorsey?
Did they get Dorsey?
I think it was Ken Dorsey.
Okay.
I think. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to look it up on the fly, which Connor is way, way better at this than I am. Maybe it wasn't Ken Dorsey. I thought they either promoted someone. I don't know what it was, but
I did see Ken Dorsey in the news lately, so it could be.
Yeah, and that's shame on me as a football fan for not knowing what's going on. He is the former quarterback. He's the offensive coordinator. Okay, so he was the guy. So
okay.
Who is your number 3 spot? Unless you have ties, which you very well might. My guy has 1.5 chips, and I'm going to get a lot of flack for this.
Okay, I'll let you do yours first because I have a 5-way tie for my next one. So I'll just.
Oh, wow.
I kind of have it in a listed order, though, of who I kind of have the highest and then go from there. So, yeah, I'll let you do your 1.5 first.
I don't know if this guy's going to be playing football. I don't know where he's going to be playing football. I believe if I had to bet, I think he would return to Green Bay for another year at least, if not 2. He also was 1 and done in the playoffs. He also doesn't have the best playoff stats. I totally understand. I'm going to keep putting at least a chip in on Aaron Rodgers until he stops playing football. He is too good to not get at least 1 chip. So I'm going to give him 1.5. I think if they can stay away from the 49ers, I think they can beat anybody in the NFL. I don't know. They just crumble against them every single time. So who knows what they do if they don't play the 49ers this postseason. It could shake out completely differently, especially with how Tampa Bay was playing, especially with the Rams being susceptible to some turnover problems and just inconsistency overall. I'm giving Rodgers 1.5. That is the one I feel like the least confident about. I think out of all these guys, I could easily be talked off of that. But I think if they bring him back, if they bring Adams back, they're rumored to be going all in for this season. The Rams showed that you can go all in and make stuff happen for yourself. So I'll give Rodgers 1.5. He is still an elite quarterback at the top of his game. I don't care what a playoff game says about him. But I do think that it's a very, very cautious 1.5 chips.